Hello students. So today we are going to study about enzymes, the catalyst. So enzymes, these are nothing but the proteins. So a major group of proteins are enzymes, which are biocatalysts. So proteins, these are enzymes, and these enzymes, these are nothing but the biocatalyst. So what is a catalyst? A catalyst is a reagent which accelerates a reaction. So this catalyst, this enzyme, they help in accelerating a rate of reaction, increasing the rate of reaction, right? In an organism, hundreds of reactions taking place at any given moment, and without enzyme, no biological reaction would have been possible. So in biology, what is the use of this enzyme? They are in organism, hundreds of reaction is inside the body is taking place, and all this reaction they need enzyme. Without enzyme, no biological reaction would have been possible. So aerated drinks, they have carbon dioxide dissolved under high pressure. So the drinks, they usually contain carbon dioxide. That is why when we open the cap of the bottle, it pumps up, isn't it? So hence, when the cap of the bottle is removed, releasing the pressure, bubbles of carbon dioxide fizz out. And in blood of animals, carbon dioxide generated as metabolic waste product is mainly carried as bicarbonate. So in animals, in human being also, we release carbon dioxide as a waste product, right, during respiration. And these are mainly carried by bicarbonate, which is formed by the action of enzyme carbonic anhydrase. So the enzyme that is helping in this process is carbonic anhydrase under normal pressure condition. The dissolution of carbon dioxide in water to form bicarbonate. So what will do? The carbon dioxide will dissolve in water to form bicarbonate, HCO3, which is negligible and enhance 8 to the power 10 to the power 8 times. This should be 10 to the power 8 times in the pressure of carbonic anhydrase. So you can make the difference here. In presence of enzyme carbonic anhydrase, the reaction has been enhanced 10 to the power 8 times. This dissolution, the reaction, what reaction I am talking about? The dissolution of carbon dioxide in water in presence of enzyme carbonic anhydrase. This has been accelerated to 10 to the power 8 times. Similarly, other enzymes, example urease, it accelerate reaction 10 to the power 12 times. So in this paragraph, they have discussed just the importance of the enzyme. The enzyme, it is accelerating the rate of reaction. In case of bicarbonate, they are accelerating to 10 to the power 8 times, and here in case of urease, the enzyme is accelerating the reaction to 10 to the power 12 times. Now let us see the properties of enzyme. The first one, enzymes are highly specific. So you all know this, I think you have studied in chemistry part. Enzymes, these are highly specific. A particular enzyme is able to catalyze a particular reaction only. For example, an enzyme which catalyzes the hydrolysis of protein cannot catalyze the hydrolysis of nucleic acid. So here you can see, if a enzyme is catalyzing the hydrolysis of protein, it cannot hydrolyze the catalysis of nucleic acid. Nucleic acid will be the DNA and the RNA. Although in both the reaction, water is added across a covalent bond. In both the reaction is quite similar, but this enzyme works for a specific catalase only. So enzymes are highly specific. Another example of this enzyme which are highly specific is D-alanine oxidase. This enzyme, they catalyze the oxidation of D-alanine. They cannot oxidize L-alanine. The enzyme which catalyzes D-alanine cannot oxidize L-alanine. But unlike inorganic catalysis, the inorganic catalysis that we mainly use in chemistry part, these are not that much specific. Next property is enzyme are able to enhance reaction rate at normal, that is ordinary room temperature and normal atmospheric pressure. Unlike inorganic catalysts which usually require several atmospheric of pressure and temperature exceeding 500 degrees Celsius. So the enzymes, they are able to enhance the rate of reaction. They will work. It usually says that these enzymes, they work at room temperature. And the inorganic catalyst, they need a high temperature and a high atmospheric pressure. The third property is enzymes can be regulated. So if excess of a product is made which is against the cell economy, the enzyme is made to slow down by interaction of the product with the enzyme, a phenomena called feedback inhibition. Enzymes which are controlled by feedback inhibition are called as regulatory enzymes. So enzymes can be regulated. So what does it say? We can regulate the enzyme according to our convenient. Suppose we are getting a product which is exceeding the amount. We do not want that much the product. We need the product to a limited amount. So what we will do, the enzyme is again then made to react with this product. The enzyme will react now with the product, and this interaction, this phenomena is known as feedback inhibition. So the enzyme, when it will react with the product, this will make the process slow down. So now the product will not be formed. Those enzymes which are controlled by feedback inhibition, those enzymes are called as regulatory enzyme. They can regulate it. These enzymes can be regulated. So if we don't want the product in that much amount, we can stop that. We can inhibit that through the phenomena called feedback inhibition. The next topic is catalytic power of the enzyme. An enzyme, it usually has a large molecule which binds to its substrate. The enzyme will bind to its substrate to form the product. Okay, you all know that the enzyme will bind to the substrate to give the product. The region where the substrate bind to the enzyme is known as substrate binding site or the active site. The site where enzymes are highly specific. You can imagine the lock and key theory. So the specific enzyme will fit to a specific substrate only. So the region where the substrate will bind to the enzyme, these regions are called as active site, because it is at this site that activity leading to product formation takes place. At that site only the product formation takes place. The active site occupies a very small region in the enzyme molecule. The substrate has to dissolve and find out the active site. The substrate first, initially it will dissolve with the enzyme and then it will find out the active site that is present in the enzyme only. Then an enzyme is made up of a variety of amino acids. So amino acids are nothing but the protein residue, and some of these residues can contribute to acid base catalysis at the active site. Next, the activity of enzyme is measured in units called as IU, capital I and capital U. So the activity of enzyme is measured in unit. The unit is IU, that is international unit. What is the definition? Let's see. An IU is the activity of enzyme which can catalyze the conversion of one micromole of substrate to product in 1 minute at room temperature, that is usually at 25 degrees Celsius. So this is the definition for IU, International Unit. Activity of enzyme which can catalyze conversion of 1 micromole of substrate to the product in 1 minute at normal room temperature. So here you need to remember the unit of enzyme. Then what does IU, the definition says, how you will define the IU. So this is all about enzyme.